Hi there. This is Kenny at LearnHowToProsper.com. And I wanted you to think here for just a minute. Have you ever asked yourself the question, who am I? Who am I? I have. I think all of us at some point in our lives really want to have a better understanding of our identity. Who am I? What's the point? I was just looking on YouTube, and I have a tool that tells you how many times people ask certain questions. And you know that this question is asked 368,000 times each month. People looking for an answer to the question, who am I? And I think it's profound. It's really at the core of personal development and who we become, because it gets at the heart of our identity. So there's lots of interesting answers to this question, who am I, right? You can say, well, we are a biological being, right? That's true. We have flesh and blood and bones, right? We are a spiritual being, right? When someone dies, the essence of who they are is no longer there, and that goes somewhere, right? So we're a biological being, we're a spiritual being. I think we are a timeless being. Now, do I have proof? No. There's absolutely no proof I can offer. This is something that I've come to from an evaluation of my own feelings and impressions and observations of things. Now, I had an opportunity some years ago to participate with lots of those who were passing away, both as a counselor and as a religious leader. And I saw many, many times individuals that would be on their deathbed and pass away. And I always observed that there was this essence, right, of who they were when they were 1 minute talking and interacting, and then the next when they passed away. It was pretty clear, and I felt it many times, that what they left behind was this biological being, but that spiritual being, it went on and endures. Now, do I know everything that happens beyond? No, I can't say that I do. But there's one thing that I have come to know with a great deal of confidence, and that is that we are much more a spiritual being than we are a biological being. So, if we're a spiritual being, what does that mean for our identity and our purpose? Well, one thing's for certain. If we consider the nature of matter in the universe, it's a universal law that matter never disappears. It changes in form and sometimes in function. Maybe it goes from a solid to a gas, from a gas to a liquid. And we see this in the natural sciences, and certainly we are also part of the natural sciences. So just intellectually, in addition to the feeling and the sense that I have, there's empirical proof that we are matter, that will exist forever. So if we're timeless and we exist forever, what implications does that have on our time here? And I find it interesting that I believe all humans have a yearning to accomplish certain things, right? There's this, call it the indomitable spirit, the human spirit, the desire to accomplish great things. In fact, I think we have to, it's almost something that you would have to stifle because it's so present in us. Now, there are lots of things in today's world that interfere with, I think, our natural inclination to grow and to become, right? To become something. And there are distractions and drugs and gaming and addictions of all kinds that can distract us from our true potential and what we can become. So at learnhowtoprosper.com, really my focus, my mission is to help others, help you understand how valuable you really are. Your identity and our identities are so critical, and everything that we do matters, right? The way that we treat others, the way that we look outside of ourselves, the investments we make in relationships, all these things really do matter. And I think we feel that, right? As humans, you feel that the things that we do when they're noble, it's a very reinforcing feeling. We feel a desire to do more of that. On the other hand, if we do things that are not uplifting and damaging in certain ways, well then that can be very demoralizing. And I believe that when we attempt to stifle who we truly are, and when we stifle our true capability, that we are doing great damage, to the spirit part of us. So this is video 1 in a longer series of Who Am I? And I actually have quite a thesis on this, and you can find that on my blog at learnhowtoprosper.com. And up in the top menu, you can click on Start Here and read my Prosper You Manifesto. So I hope you'll do that. And I touch on this a lot more, this notion of who am I, our identity, your identity. So take a look at that. And you can also sign up for my newsletter and get access to my membership site for free, and I share a lot more ideas on these things. So I hope that you'll take a minute to do that. And with that, I'm going to sign off. If this was helpful in any way, then go ahead and click on the thumbs up button here on YouTube. Otherwise, if you're at my blog, go ahead and share this if it's helpful. You can find a share button down below. And with that, I'm going to sign off. Thanks.